Check 1, 2, 3. If I can get your name, please, sir, and the name of your film.
Winston, LaRose. The film is Mr. Jane and Finch.
Let's do this. Coming down in 3, 2, 1. Thank you so much for doing this interview with me. I have to ask you, how does it feel having a film at the Toronto Black Film Festival? It's the 7th edition, and you're part of something that's really great.
I feel elevated. I feel as though I'm on air. I know I will be on air shortly, but atmospheric air. Listen, I'm excited. I can't tell you how much. And at the Black Film Festival with Fabian Colas, who I've watched over the years, who I know quite well, I'm happy that I'm part of this movement that has become so dynamic. That is the Black Film Festival started in Montreal. The Jane Finch area of Toronto is being profiled in this documentary that I've been instrumental in bringing about.
And I'm going to jump in. What is the film called? And again, explain what it's called.
The film is Mr. Jane and Finch, and that's my other title. I like being called, I love the Jane Finch. I've been in it for over 25 years, working closely with grassroots members of the community, as well as with the upper echelon of society in the area. So I've been making many connections. I was concerned about the negative image that Jane Finch has been experiencing over the years, and I thought this was a high time to signal the changes that need to happen and to afford the people the kind of recognition that they so justly deserve. That is Jane Finchers, I call them. People who have suffered very badly at the hands of press and media and public officials who have neglected it very badly. Dynamic change has come to Jane Finch. It is now the new hub in the northwest corner of Toronto for the greater GTA and the downtown. We are right at an intersection that is historically destined to become very famous and very important. Part of the development is the new LRT line that is going to be connecting the Finch West Station over to the Woodbine Centre, and that's a new tongue that's being developed with all the redevelopment earmarked. But the Finch West LRT will be taking passengers on rapid transit right across that highway, and a major series of development will be happening within Jane Finch itself, but particularly at the Jane and Finch intersection, which is really our downtown. And that's what I've been pushing for, a downtown at the corner of Jane and Finch. You may or may not know, I just ran for political office for city councillor. I ran against Mr. Mamalady and Mr. Peruzza, and of course our dear beloved trustee Tiffany Ford. That was not intended, but when they merged the two districts, Ward 7 and 8, she asked me to run in 7, and she decided she was going to run in 7. She asked me to run in 8, and then Mr. Ford had different plans, and when he collapsed the two communities, I had to run against her. But she did very well in that and featured well, but it put Jane Finch on the spotlight, and I want to ensure that this film gets the kind of attention. Jane Finch, come out and see this film. It's about you.
Could this film have been made 20 years ago with a positive spin on it, or did it have to wait for now? Because we talk about 20, 30 years ago, the stigma of Jane and Finch. Could it have been done back then, or is this the only time we really could have done it?
You know, it's important to answer that question this way. First of all, Jane Finch was negativity when I came to it. It's the reason why I came to it. It would not have been possible to do it then. In my association with the Jane Finch Concerned Citizens Organization, that organization, I'm its executive director. I'm based at the Yorkgate Mall. We have been located for the last 20 years. But prior to that, I was at the York Woodsgate Plaza. I give credit to Linda Moroway, who founded that organization in 1978 January. It is the most powerful area. A film of this nature could not have been made at that time. When she started the organization 40 years ago, it was to attack exactly the kind of problems that I am now helping to redress. And I'm carrying on the work of the Jane Finch Concerned Citizens Organization. It is a proper time, largely because of the redevelopment that is happening in the area. The role that I've been playing, connecting the university to the community. The university, meaning York University, primarily was there, extending its roots into the community, doing a lot of research, and literally taking over the Jane Finch which Mr. Peruzza wanted to call University Heights. In fact, he started on that road. I insisted. I met with him. I did a documentary on that was on Global, and calling for the reality that Jane Finch should retain its name, negative or positive, and when it becomes a different place that it's starting to become, that it will be recognized as Jane Finch, and the people will benefit from all the bad experiences they've had. They'll be cited with positive experiences from here on. And so this is about to happen. I might say briefly that I was responsible too for the Pan Am Games event that took place in the Jane Finch. I led the movement towards that, forming the Pan Am Games host committee in the Jane Finch. I brought all the community together and was very instrumental in the big event that took place at the Driftwood Community Center, where we had the military and the police and large populations coming out, and with the opening of the Pan Am Games at the York the York University Stadium. I was there for that event as well. But I'm very proud of this film. I'm proud because Jane Finch is going to be featured in a positive way. I want you people in the Jane Finch to come out to this event. It is your event. The film is being shown at the Carlton Theatre, which is where I'm presently speaking from, and it's being shown on February the 17th. Mark that date in mind. February 17th at 5 p.m. at the Carlton Theatre. Come out and see your Jane Finch being profiled in a positive way. I'm happy that I've been engaging in this interview with you, sir. I think that this kind of publicity will promote Jane Finch. I want to see Jane Finchers featured in the way that we've talked to them about them in the film.
Well, sir, I have to say it's an honor and a pleasure to meet you and to talk to you about this great film.
It's my delightful pleasure. And keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you so much.
We appreciate the work you're doing very much. Thanks indeed. Yes.